Welcome back to Medrash Umaisa, sharing a short but important story for this week's Parshas Bechukosai. Rav Shlomo Hoffman was a fascinating Talmud Chacham, therapist, educator, had many projects that he did to help Klal, to help Am Yisrael and Eretz Yisrael. Once, for one of these projects, he really wanted the participation of Rav Shlomo Wolbe Zatzal, the famous Bal Musar who had learned in the Mir Yeshiva in Europe, and at the time was the mashgiach of the yeshiva in Ber Yaakov. It was called the yeshiva Ber Yaakov and the Moshav Ber Yaakov. The Rosh Yeshiva was Rav Moshe Shmuel Shapira Zatzal. So, for whatever reason, Rav Hoffman came late at night to look for Rav Wolbe, and he couldn't find him anywhere. Now, it's quite possible that at that point, Rav Wolbe's family wasn't staying over in Ber Yaakov during the week at that time, and he couldn't find him in the base medrash. He couldn't find him anywhere. Eventually, he gave up. A few days later, he came back again. It was even much later at night, and they looked, they couldn't find him. Now, Ber Yaakov was a fairly small moshav at that point. It was extremely quiet at that hour of the evening, and suddenly they heard some noises coming, and it was coming from the mikveh tahara of the yishuv. So they came and they knocked on the door, and Rav Wolbe answered. And they saw that Rav Wolbe was in the middle of cleaning the mikveh, a fairly intense job that has to be done at late hours of the night after the mikveh is closed. So they asked him why he was doing that. As the mashgiach of the yeshiva, it doesn't seem to be the job. It wasn't necessarily done for extra income. Why was he cleaning the mikveh? So Rav Hoffman told his Talmidim, and I'm not going to tell you the exact words that Rav Wolbe said at the time. It could be he didn't remember them at that point. He said, but the message was the following. These were his reasons. Number one, the Yishuv was quite poor at that point. Ber Yaakov was a very poor settlement, and to hire a cleaner at late hours of night would be expensive. Also, Rav Wolbe felt that he wanted to pitch in, to participate, to be osik b'tzorchei tzibur, to do something for the general tzibur of the moshav. But the most fascinating reason that he gave over was that he felt it was important and healthy for him to find a way to release the energy that builds up in a person through physical hard labor. This week's Parsha is Bechukosai, which starts with the words in Bechukosai Telechu, the famous Parish brought by Rashi, Shetiu Amelim Batorah. To walk in Hashem's laws means to work hard in Torah. Many people simply limit that to the mental exertion, perhaps the idea of staying awake for a lot of hours that's involved in learning Torah. Rav Wolbe took a much bigger picture of this, meaning there are many aspects to our mental, physical, psychological health. He realized that hard physical work was very important for his all-around Amelus Batorah. That's something that we all have to do. To have the awareness of ourselves as individuals, and to take all the different steps that are available to us to make us people who can truly bring our most to the table when we're learning Torah, mentally, physically, psychologically, and spiritually. So wishing everyone a wonderful, healthy week, wishing Besoros Tovas to Am Yisrael, and wishing everyone a very good Shabbos.